Hello guys and welcome to the Halo Story Special. This is the technological advancement scale. It's quite an interesting topic this, and it's quite crucial to several other parts of this will be quite crucial to other parts of this video series. So I've mentioned it once or twice, so I thought we'd go through it. So there are 8 tiers, there's 7 to 0, though 0 is actually theoretical, but we'll start with the lowest. So Tier 7 is pre-industrial. So this is like Stone Age. It's the most stable tier with weapons limited to stones and sticks mostly, with like no damage to the planet ecologically. After the reseeding, which we'll talk about in the next video, when we're going to talk about the Forerunners, everything's placed back at this level. Tier 6 is the industrial tier. Tier 6 is generally when civilization starts, but the population starts to increase and mechanised food production is invented, and this is when economics and politics are brought to a society. If a species can move past this stage, it's a good sign, and it generally means they're going to make it to Tier 5. Medicine and environmental understanding is crucial at this stage, and it needs to be mastered, or the species home and the species is doomed. These problems can last well into Tier 5 and even into Tier 4 and even Tier 3, which we'll come on to in a minute. Before joining the Covenant, the Grunts and Brutes were at this stage. If you look on the website information page, then it will talk about the Grunts and Brutes and the actual Covenant name. But moving on to Tier 5, which is the atomic stage, which is when some of the issues that arise in Tier 6 take a hold on society, such as the environment, which leads to a lot of focus on clean energy production. Some species use atomic or nuclear weapons, which can sometimes lead to mass extinctions. In-atmosphere class, such as aeroplanes, are often created in this tier, generally leading to a manned space flight sometime when this is first done. The actual real culture of humanity, like what we're living, only entered this stage in 1945, which means everything before this, in fact most of the Second World War and the entire First World War, was fought in a Tier 6 basis. So, but we entered the stage in 1945 when the first 2 atomic bombs were dropped. Tier 4 is the space age, and it often leads to the extinction of many species that become intelligent enough to break away from the planet, and they only feel like the space and universe around their planet with war and destruction and death. Or spy satellite, which is a real-life example. Large medical and technological advances come at this stage, and humanity entered this stage pretty soon after they entered Tier 5. In 1957, 12 years between them. So it could maybe be argued that Tier 5 was rushed, or maybe, I'm not sure. So Tier 4 is the space age, and it often leads to the extinction of many species. I've just done that word. This is the Tier 4 still. This is the tier that the Jackals and the Buggers, or the drones, reached before joining the Covenant. The Brutes reached this level at some point in their history, but the bloody Civil War pushed them back to the pre-industrial age. Pardon me. Tier 3 is the first spacefaring stage. Species that get here have efficient slip navigation. Or warp drive. They have complex weapons using, I can't pronounce it, asynchronous linear induction weapons, which is a technical term. I think we'll look at them in a later video, winter technology videos. You also get hollow crystal storage, which we still don't have. Our current society is at the Tier 3 level, if you were wondering. But in Tier 3 it's also possible to create semi-sentient AIs, or artificial intelligences, such as Cortana, but they require memory transfers from recently deceased, which is disgusting, or flash cloning, which we will talk about later on. and there's no outside influence to get to this stage. So humans were at this level for most of their 26th century. So this is like not realistic anymore. It is Halo world. This is also the level where the Legolo worms that form the Hunters join the Covenant. I don't know if I pronounced that right. The Legolo worms, Lekgolo. There we go. So they've, apart from the Hunters and the Prophets, they're the most advanced Covenant that there were before the Covenant existed. So Tier 2 is the Interstellar tier. Species here have the ability for exceedingly accurate slipspace navigation. So again, it's like warp drive. Near instantaneous communication. So I was comparing this to Star Trek when I was going through it, and I'd say the Federation probably Tier 2. Probably. They have near instantaneous communication and portable forms of energy manipulation. The 26th century Covenant were at this level because of the prophets and elites, who became this advanced through studying precursor and foreigner technology on and near their worlds. They advanced the rest of the Covenant to the same tier as them. But by Halo 4, at the end of the Covenant War, when humanity wins, we get access to these artifacts and the Covenant technology itself. And humanity reaches this point then. And Halo's 4 UNSC Infinity is the most advanced UNSC ship that ever seen in Halo. So Tier 1 is the world building stage. Only the Forerunners prehistoric humanity. So prehistoric humanity is a really interesting topic to come on to. And the prehistoric San Shayum, who are the prophets, but they don't really get called the prophets till the Covenant War, because they're ancient, and probably when referring to them, I prefer refer to them as the San Shayum. They're the only known species to reach this stage. They have the ability to manipulate gravitational forces, create AIs with full sentience, and create super dense materials, and perform infinitely accurate slip drive navigation. They even have the ability to create life, and even in some cases worlds. That brings us on to the last tier, which is Tier 0, or which is the Transcendent tier, which is actually totally theoretical. The Forerunners had who came up with this scaling system had no examples of had no examples of civilizations with technological complements greater than themselves, with the exception of the precursors. This is it is suspected that they can travel across galaxies and accelerate the evolution of life. So that's the table. And this will be going up on the website. Which is the address will be in the description. And if you have any suggestions or topics for these videos, just leave us a comment or contact us on the MBJ Pictures Facebook wall or the ABBA256 Facebook wall. Links to those will be in the descriptions as well. There you go, guys. So thanks for watching and goodbye.